morning, students. Welcome to an English class. Today we'll be looking at the poem The Heart of the Tree. Let's begin the class. What does this picture signify? Do you have any idea of it? If so, ponder over this slide, okay? Do you love listening to a short story? It is related to the poem, okay? Once there was two men walking along the road. Okay, they were too tired. Okay, and they was very tired and they wanted to take some rest. So meanwhile they saw a tree. Okay, and they went and laid down under the tree. Okay, and one man looked up and saw the tree. There was no fruit, no nuts. Okay, and he told his friend, look at this tree. It doesn't have any benefits. No fruits, no nuts, and this wood cannot be benefit to anything. Okay? And the tree replied to the man's grumbling word. See, don't grumble, okay? You have laid down under my tree and I am giving you a shelter. So don't grumble over things, okay? And this tree taught him a lesson. Okay, and this is the moral of the story. You shouldn't grumble over things. You need to be satisfied with whatever that you have. Okay? Which is your favorite tree? You need to answer on your own. And the second question is, which is your favorite fruit? And the third question is, do you love planting trees? You can answer it on your own or ponder over these questions. And the fourth question is, how many saplings have you planted so far? Can you count them? 1, 2, or 3? You need to ponder over these questions also. So I gave you a short story and I've also given you 4 questions to ponder. I think by now you would have identified what poem I'm going to take. And the title of the poem is The Heart of the Tree. Okay, let's move on to the poem. Okay, let's read the whole poem and I will be explaining just the first stanza only. Okay, let's start reading the poem and you have to listen to the poem. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. He plants a home to heaven and I, for song and mother croon of bird, in hushed and happy twilight heard, the treble of heaven's harmony. These things he plants who plants a tree. So the title of the poem is The Heart of the Tree. And the poem was written by Henry Coyle Bunner. Okay, let's learn about the poem and who is the poet. Okay, he was an American novelist, journalist, and a poet also. His poem describes the innumerable benefits of trees and the shade and shelter they bring to all life. Okay, his poem signifies the trees and the shade and shelter they bring to all life. So he's talking about the nature and how the environment is very useful to human being. And this is the poem is all about. Let's read the second stanza. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants cool shade and tender rain, and seed and bud of days to be, and years that fade and flush again. He plants the glory of the plain. He plants the forest heritage, the harvest of a coming age, the joy that unborn eyes shall see. These things he plants who plants a tree. So let's read the third stanza. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty, and far cast thought of civic good, his blessing on the neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land. A nation's growth from sea to sea stirs in his heart who plants a tree. Let us move to the explanation part. You would have learned and understood the poem. Just now I have read for you the three stanzas, and there are three stanzas in this poem, and I will be dealing you with the first stanzas only. Okay, now let us learn what is this heart of the tree. Okay, this heart of the tree was written by the poet Henry Coyle Bunner, has attempted to highlight the importance of planting trees in a nation. He begins every stanza by asking a rhetorical question. You can see that every stanza has a question. What does he plant who plants a tree? Okay, you can see in every stanza, the first line of the stanza would be, what does he plant who plants a tree? And closes the stanzas by highlighting the impact of trees in the environment. By doing so, he makes the readers ponder over the issues and eventually answers on his own. Not just he questions, but also he gives the answers on his own. What does he plant who plants a tree? Okay, the poet begins to explain the usefulness of planting trees, as he says that the one who plants a tree plants a friend of the sun and the sky. It is because the tree always aims for the sun and the sky. That is, it grows upward to reach the sky. Okay, and we will be seeing the poem line by line, and I will be explaining to you the poem line by line. Let's move on to the explanation. Okay, so let us begin. What does he plant who plants a tree? Okay, here we could find that he's beginning with a question. Okay, what does he plant who plants a tree? Okay, and so however it is not as casual as we think. He is in fact telling us that we should not take the act of planting tree lightly at all. Okay, we should not take just we are planting a tree or just we are sowing a seed. Okay, we should take it in a serious manner that we are planting a seed and that is going to be grown to a high level. Okay, and that is what he says, telling in, as a rhetorical question. What does he plant who plants a tree? Okay, then in the next line he lists what are the benefits of planting a tree. He asks a question and also he gives us the answer, in the next line. Okay, you could see that. Okay, he gives us what are the benefits of planting a tree. Okay, the next line is, he plants a friend of sun and sky. Okay, this line explains, he plants a friend of sun and sky. A friend is because it reduces the temperature, it attracts rain, it collects energy from the sun and purifies the air by producing oxygen. It creates a very pleasant living environment. Okay, and this what he a person who plants a tree, he plants it with a friend. Okay, and this what this line explains, he plants a friend of sun and sky. So the sun and sky is also included while planting a tree. Okay, and the next line is, he plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. Okay, and this line explains, the poet describes the tree as the shaft of beauty towering high. Okay, what shaft means? The shaft means a ray or a long narrow pole, a ray of light. Okay, when a sun gives us light, it has a ray, right? And that's what shaft means. Okay, and what is the meaning of towering high? Towering high is standing tall, and that is the meaning for this. Okay, the tree is standing tall, showing gracefully, but also reassures us nurturing ability. Okay, it has the ability of growing in a better way. Okay, it stands tall, it reaches the sky, and this what this line explains. Okay, and the next line is, he plants a home to heaven and nigh. Okay, what is the meaning of anigh? Okay, anigh means nearby. Okay, it is nearby. The poet says, the one who plants a tree creates a home near heaven. He brings heaven closer to us. How does he do that? The next three lines elaborates further on this. Okay, the person who plants a tree, he plants a create home near to heaven. He brings heaven closer to us, and this what this line explains. And the other three line gives us the answer. For song and mother croon of bird in hushed and happy twilight heard the treble of heaven's harmony. Okay, and this line explains that the treble of heaven's harmony. Mother croon of bird means the lullaby. Okay, the lullaby that is sung by the mother bird to her baby birds to put them to sleep. And this what the mother croon bird means. Okay, and twilight means the evening time. Okay, when the sun has just set and it is not yet dark. You know, the birds return to their nest and settle for the night, and this time we can hear the treble of heaven's harmony. Okay, when you see in the evening the birds screeching, okay, and that is the time they will settle in the tree. Okay, on the top of the tree they will settle and will be screeching and will be singing. Okay, and this what this line explains. Okay, treble means high pitch singing. Okay, treble means high pitch singing. Okay, the in hushed and happy twilight heard. Okay, hushed means quiet. In the quiet time we can hear the birds screeching, birds singing. Okay, you can hear that noise also, right? Okay, and this what this line explains. And the treble of heaven's harmony. Okay, and the treble, just now I said it is a high pitch singing or melody. Okay, okay, harmony refers to feeling of calmness and peacefulness. Okay, so when the mother bird is singing a sweet lullaby to her egg ones at the twilight hour, the atmosphere becomes harmonious and heavenly. Okay, and this what this line explains about. So these things who plants a tree. Okay, the person who plants the tree, not just he sows a seed or just he walks away, he plants the sun, the sky, okay, the flag, the beauty, okay, and mother croon of bird, he involves everything. Okay, and these things he plants who plants a tree, and that's how he gives us the answer and concludes in this stanza. Okay, I think you would have understood this stanzas in a better way, and hope this session was an interesting one for you. So now we will be moving to the structure of the poem and its themes. Now you would have understood what is the theme is all about. It is about the nature and the environment, and how the nature and the tree, everything is involved. Okay, and this what this poet explains in this poem, and I have explained you the first stanza. Okay, now let us move to the structure of the poem. So the structure of the poem is, okay, you can see in the right hand side I have written A B A B, and that is what the rhyming scheme is all about. Okay, now you could see that what does he plant who plants a tree. Okay, he plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free. Okay, you could see that tree and free has the same rhyme. Okay, so tree and free is marked as A. He plants a friend of sun and sky, the shaft of beauty towards high. He plants a home to heaven and night. So you could see the sound sky, high and nigh. Okay, and that becomes B. Okay, for song and mother croon of bird in hushed and happy twilight heard. Okay, bird heard will become C. Okay, bird heard as the same. So now we have come to the concluding part. Okay, and we have seen what is a poem. I have explained about the poet and how his poem is a very important and very interesting one, and his poem deals with the nature, and this poem is all about the heart of the tree. Okay, and one who plants a tree, he plants not just a seed, but also he plants with the sun, sky, bird, everything into it. Okay, and this what this first stanza explains about, and I have told the what is the rhyme scheme and what is the rhythm. Okay, and I have told the structure of the poem also, and I have taught you what is the theme of the poem, and the theme is about the nature and its environment. Okay, and this what this poem is all about. Okay, and we will be moving to the follow-up work. So your follow-up work would be, you need to memorize the first stanzas of the poem and you need to answer the question given in the Google form. Okay, I have posted you the Google form and you need to answer the question in the Google form and you need to submit it on time. Okay. So this is for the Google Classroom. You need to join the Google Classroom. I have given you the steps to join the Google Classroom and you have to type the code and click join. Okay, and submit the homework in the GCR. Okay, we have come to the last part. I hope this class would have been an interesting one for you and I hope you would have learned something or the other in this class and you would have understood, and please memorize the stanza, the first stanza, and complete the homework that has been given. Thank you.